Good morning, students. Let's start today's assignment. So the topic given to us is climate. Let's move on to question number 1. What is protecting India's subcontinent from extremely cold wind from Central Asia? The answer is the Himalayas protect the subcontinent from the extremely cold wind from the Central Asia. This enables northern India to have higher temperature when compared to the areas on the same latitude. Moving on to question number 2.
India. The Himalayas are the body and soul of India. The Himalayas comprise the most dominating geographical feature of India. No other mountain range anywhere in the world has affected the life of people and shaped the destiny of a nation as the Himalayas have in respect of India. The following are advantages of the Himalayan mountains to India. Number 1, Climatic Influence. The Himalayas play a very significant role in influencing the climate of India. By virtue of their high altitude, length and direction, they effectively intercept the summer monsoons coming from the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea and cause precipitation in the form of rain or snow. Besides, they prevent the cold continental air masses of Central Asia from entering into India. Had there been no Himalayas, the whole of India would have been a desert in the absence of precipitation, and its winters would have been very severe under the influence of cold air masses coming from Central Asia. According to the latest meteorological studies, the Himalayas are responsible for splitting the jet stream into two branches, and these in turn play an extremely important role in bringing monsoons in India. Number 2, Defense. The Himalayas have been protecting India from outside invaders since the early times, thus serving as a defense barrier. But the Chinese aggression on India in October 1962 has reduced the defense significance of the Himalayas to a considerable extent. In spite of advancement in modern warfare technology, the defense significance of the Himalayas cannot be ignored altogether. Number 3, Source of rivers. Almost all the great rivers of India have their sources in the Himalayan ranges. Abundant rainfall and vast snowfields as well as large glaciers are the feeding grounds of the mighty rivers of India. Snowmelt in summer provides water to these rivers even during dry season, and these are perennial rivers. The Himalayan rivers, along with hundreds of their tributaries, form the very basis of life in the whole of North India. Number 7, Glaciers. The Himalayas are the third largest deposit of ice and snow in the world, after Antarctica and the Arctic. There are approximately 15,000 glaciers located throughout the range. At 48 miles, 72 kilometers, in length, the Himalayan Siachen Glacier is the largest glacier outside the poles. Other notable glaciers located in the Himalayas include the Baltoro, Biafo.
Moving on to question number 2. What type of temperatures are experienced by the Peninsular Plateau under the influence of the sea from three sides? The Peninsular Plateau under the influence of the sea from three sides has moderate temperature. Despite such moderating influence, there are great variations in the temperature conditions.
The Peninsular Plateau is almost triangular in shape. It begins from the northern plains and extends till Kanyakumari, the southern tip of India. To the northwest of this plateau lie the Aravalli Hills. The Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats lie to the west and east of the Peninsular Plateau respectively. The Peninsular Plateau is divided into the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The Central Highlands include the Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau. They are bordered by the Aravalli Hills in the northwest and the Vindhya Range in the south. Chambal, Son and Betwa rivers flow through the Malwa Plateau along with their tributaries. They meet river Yamuna in the north. Along with these rivers, Narmada and Tapi also flow through the Malwa Plateau. These two rivers drain into the Arabian Sea. The Peninsular Plateau receives rainfall from June to September and experiences a moderate to hot climate. To the east of the Central Highlands lies the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Jharkhand, West Bengal, Bihar and Chhattisgarh, along with parts of Odisha, lie in this plateau. The Rajmahal Hills lie to the northeastern part of the plateau. Damodar, Son and Bokaro rivers flow through this plateau. It is rich in minerals. The climate of the region is hot and dry during summers. Winter and monsoon are pleasant. The Deccan Plateau extends from the Satpura range in the north to Kanyakumari in the south. The Sahyadri, Nilgiri, Annaimalai and the Cardamom hills lie to the western part of this plateau. Together, these hills form the Western Ghats. The highest peak of the Western Ghats is Annaimudi, which is in Kerala.
So moving on to question number 3, which is also a fill in the blanks. The seasonal alteration of wind system and the associated weather condition provide a dash of dash. So the answer is rhythmic and season. So the sentence will be the seasonal alteration of the wind system and the associated weather condition provide a rhythmic cycle of seasons. So moving on to question number 4. Year after year, people of India from north to south and from east to west eagerly await for the arrival of the dash. So the answer is monsoon. Monsoon which binds the entire country together. Moving on to question number 5. Why northern India have uniformly higher temperature when compared to the other areas of the same latitude? So the answer is the northern India have a unified higher temperature when compared to the other areas on the same latitude as cold wind from the Central Asia are obstructed by the Himalayas. That's it, children. All 5 question answers. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Himalayas are one of the most vital geographical structure of India. Himalayas have shaped the destiny of a nation and affected the life of its people, like no other mountain range in the world has done. Himalayas are the body and soul of India. Let us discuss few points that will bring out the vital role of the Himalayan mountain to India. Physical barrier. It acts as a great wall that separates India from East and Central Asian countries. It also accounts for the difference in climatic and weather patterns between Indian subcontinent from other Asian countries. Climatic influence. The Himalayas are one of the most influencing factor on climate of India. Blessed with the high altitude, length, and location, they effectively block the summer monsoons coming from the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, and cause precipitation in the form of rain and snow. They prevent the cold continental air masses of Central Asia from entering into India. In the absence of Himalayas, the whole India would have been a desert, devoid of the rain. And its winters would have been severe under the influence of cold air masses coming from Central Asia. The Himalayas splits the westerly jet streams into 2 branches, such that the southward branch entering India plays a significant role in bringing the monsoon. Natural frontier. The Himalayas have been protecting India from outside invaders since early times, thus serving as defense barrier. History gives us the evidence that no invaders attacked India after crossing the Himalayas. Himalayas might be the reason that even the mighty Genghis Khan has never invaded India. Even though China's aggression is an exception, the significance of Himalayas can't be ignored completely. Source of river. Almost all the great perennial rivers of India originate from the Himalayan mountain. Abundant rainfall, vast snow field, and huge glaciers are the feeding grounds of the mighty rivers of India. Himalayas act as a huge storage of water for the major North Indian rivers. The Himalayas are the abundant reservoir of great Indian rivers such as Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra. The snow melt in summer, and precipitation in winter makes them perennial rivers, that is, they are having water throughout the year. Fertile soil. It is often said that the Great Plain of North India is a gift of the Himalayas. This is because Himalayas are the formation of the sediments deposited in the Cbse. Cbse was an ocean during the Mesozoic era located between the ancient continents of Gondwana and Laurasia, before the opening of the Indian and Atlantic Oceans during the Cretaceous period. These sediments are carried by the Himalayan rivers and deposited in the northern plain in the form of fertile soil. These alluvial deposits are responsible for the high fertility of this land. Hydroelectricity. The Himalayas are the best location for the construction of dams because of the presence of deep valleys. The Himalayan region offers several sites, which are suitable for hydroelectric power generation. There are natural waterfalls at certain places while dams could be constructed across rivers at some places. Tourism. Due to its scenic beauty and healthy environment, Himalayas provide a huge scope of tourism. The beautiful landscapes on Himalayan mountain offer a great tourist spot. Increasing popularity of winter sports, snowfall, and the cool climate attracts millions of tourists from different parts of the world. Hill stations such as Darjeeling, Mussoorie, Shimla, Manali, Kulu, Chumba, Nainital, Almora, Ranikat, Mirik, Gangtok etc. provide huge scope of tourism due to its scenic beauty as well as healthy environment. Millions of tourists from different parts of the country as well as from abroad throng the Himalaya tourist centers to enjoy their natural beauty and to escape from the summer heat of the plains. Pilgrimage. The Himalayas are the sanctuary of gods. In Vedas, Mount Kailash is mentioned as the abode of Lord Shiva. Every year thousands of pilgrims trek through the difficult terrain of the Himalayas to pay their reverence to these sacred shrines. Amarnath, Kailash, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Thungnath, Vishnu Devi, Udarakashi, Jalaji, Gangotri, Yamunotri, etc. are some of the important places of pilgrimage. Forest wealth. The Himalayan ranges are very rich in forest resources. In their rising altitude, the Himalayan ranges show a succession of vegetal cover from the tropic to the alpine. The Himalayan forests provide fuel wood, and a large variety of raw materials for forests-based industries. So, all these above-mentioned things prove the significance of Himalayas in India.